and find it intensely scary. They don't want to be in Jeremy's shoes, for example, or they don't want to be in Julian's shoes, more likely. So I think that we have different tactics, and in some cases different strategies, but the goals are basically the same. The goal for the Tor project is to create a practical way for people to have anonymity. It's not enough to have an abstract right. You have to have a way to exercise that right. And so we're trying to help people to have a practical right to anonymity, so that if they were to decide that they didn't want anonymity in society, they would say, this tool, make it illegal. This tool, no one should have access to it. And that's a very different thing than if this tool doesn't exist at all. And what I see Jeremy doing, especially in his political advocacy work, is very similarly trying to empower people about knowledge, so they can say, oh, I know this thing. I don't want to know this thing. Please censor me. Please don't give me access to that thing. But usually when people hear these things, when they have these rights, when they have these tools that enable them, you don't hear them saying, please take my rights away. Please censor this information. You see quite the opposite. So I think they're extremely complementary, and I think, in fact, it's a necessity to have political and technical discussions and tools, just the same way that we also need to have cultural tools as well.
Well, you said it. You said it. It's about empowerment, and it's about sharing of knowledge. And to blur the lines even a bit more, I would say that what you do when you talk about Tor is political, and all the rest of your work with Der Spiegel and working on Snowden's revelation is probably even more political than the most political work I've done. And at the same time, when we, as La Quadrature du Net, try to empower citizens to participate in debates in the European Parliament, we develop software, like the Pi phone that enables people to call the European Parliament for free, like a political memory that is a bit stuck at the moment, but that enabled us to score members of the European Parliament according to their votes, and so forth. But as you said, and I'm afraid we'll have to agree a lot on this discussion, those are different tactics. And when we will come to the core of the topic of this discussion of what can we do as citizens to address, to fix surveillance, I think we'll come to talk about some technological aspect, the raw, pure technological aspects. Like, we need more software, we need more crypto, we need more audit of the software that already exists. We need algorithms for discovery of things we don't know already, and so on and so on. And we can talk about this in great details. So we need the technological work, of course. We need the political work, because we need to pressure those elected representatives and governments so they uphold their obligation to protect our fundamental freedoms rather than destroying them, because they are in charge of being in control of those intelligence institutions that went batshit crazy and became like a cancer that is attacking its host. So of course we need the political work, but I think there is one third range of tactics, which is maybe even more important, because we didn't think that much about it yet, and this is a place to talk about it, which is the cultural aspect. Why a majority of people still think that, oh, those computers are too complicated and I can't understand, and I'm not an engineer, therefore I can't do anything about it, and still understand and still think that, oh yeah, I can trust Apple, I can trust Google, they are my friends because they're user-friendly, you know? Even when we see that they are user enemy, that they're enemy of the people. Well, we have an explanation for that, that is marketing. But what can we do against that? What can we do to make people understand that a computer is like a pen, is like a guitar, is like a screwdriver, and it's something you can learn, that anyone can learn to use, and that by learning to use it, you may improve yourself. You may even find business opportunities